Ah, yay. Look at beautiful Katja. Welcome to Art Venture Encore. Thank you, Katja, for agreeing to teach again. We're going to pull more incredible mixed media knowledge out of your beautiful brain.
Oh,
So
thank you
thank you
for,
so much, Katja. I'm going to let you take it, okay? Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you. And thank you for me to being here a second time. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I'm Katja from Sweden, and I have been designing for Finnabair team, I think, for 3 years. So I love the Finnabair team, Finnabair products, and that's what we use here. Uh, when I got this idea, I was thinking because I like to do my pages, and you can do like art journaling or album for somebody or only play for fun. And I was thinking to, so you can play on the pages, it's good to not have a bulky page. So that's why I have done this page so flat. I hope people have watched the prep video. Let me know if you haven't watched it, because I will repeat it a little bit also. And I will switch the camera first, and I will see how I made that on this screen. Yeah, good, Melissa, that you have watched the prep video. And me, I will find out how I will change the camera when I'm on the big screen. I don't remember. Let me see. And let me, oh. Yeah, you're ready to go. Thank you. And I must have a smaller screen. Ah, how did I do that? Because I have, okay, X there. Now I can switch my screen a bit. And you will see my table instead, and that's better. And I will find out how to watch so I can see you all again. Am I on? No, here. Yes.
Yeah,
Now,
we're viewing your table.
yeah, thank you. So sorry for the trouble, but sometimes it looked a little bit different than usual. Now I see, and I can also see if somebody have a comment. And I noticed my screen, it's on the wrong side. That's correct. Do you see it also?
Yes, it's we can see it exactly how it's written. That's correct.
Ah, because I don't see it how it's written. It's
Okay.
the difference. But doesn't matter. You can read it and see what it is.
Yes.
And like I said, I have a kitten here nearby me, and we hope she will sleeping during the process. Uh,
We can hope.
okay. Yeah, we hope so. And this what we will do. And perhaps there are some will do it for the second time and to catch up. And like Elena said, perhaps more information the second time. You never know, more information or less information, but please ask or let me know if you want me to not talk too much, or if you don't understand what I'm saying. Let me know. Uh, and if there are any questions at all, uh, we repeat a little bit from the prep video. And here's the album. We don't need to do anything with it yet, because we will have plenty of time to work it with an album when it's drying time. So it's about the tiles. Do you remember? It's about the tiles. And the tiles was in centimeters. I don't know if we have anyone here. Was 4 by 8 centimeters, and that the measurements almost 2 inches. Almost 2 inches. And I use the, what you call it, not cutting machine, the paper trimmer. Yes. So sorry, because you're here, I'm not speaking the perfect English. I'm doing the best, but let me know if you doesn't understand.
You're
But
doing
I like,
great, Katja.
sorry.
You are doing great.
Thank you, thank you. Let me know, because sometimes we lose some words. But I use the paper trimmers because it's easy. But if you have like some board or a roller knife or something like that, it's perfectly. It's almost 2 inches. And I repeat it a little bit so you can see it again. And I say it's perfectly okay to do some extra, because we can do like a test. But you see, it's all about the cardboard like that, the little lamp. And I pull it like that. And I use the cardboard that is not so corrugated. It's very like pressed, and almost like 2 inches. And when you cut and when you fold it like that, it get the edges like it's like not so nice. You can take like sanding paper and brush it a bit like that. Or if you have like for your nails, that makes more perfect edges. What I will do the bigger ones, and they are, and this is to show you how to do. I will show you like examples, and this you can do if you like to do. And the bigger ones are not almost like 3 inches. So I will show you. And then you can have them on your back of your album if you like. But I will cut like 2 more like this, and I can have them for like example how to do. And if you have some cardboard where you are, because I say when we are taking classes online, everybody is having the front seat. Everybody have the best place. You know, when you go on live classes, yeah, everybody want to be sit in the front. But here, everybody sit in the front, and we have our craft stash all around us. So if you have more cardboard near by you, you can do some extra pieces. I will do like 4, and I don't know if I will use them, but you can have them for your back if you like, or trial, or do some other project with them that goes perfectly. Like that. I have some like that. I have 3 now, or have 4. Yes, I have not 4, 2. Okay, and I will cut the first one. And of course you can have like cereal boxes or corrugated pieces, but be sure when you glue the corrugated pieces together that they are not on the same go to the same place. Here we can see how, if you understand what I mean, I have glued like 2 here. One goes on that side, and that go on the side, so they don't go on the same one, because you know they stretch a bit. So when I have 2 pieces like that, I glue them together like that, so they will stay flat. That's a good thing to think about when you use like corrugated cardboard. I hope everybody is okay. We having a really hot spring day today, and that's unusual when I'm sitting here in the craft room because it's really hot. Last time when I was sitting here, it was so cold and I was freezing. And today it's so hot. I don't know how it will go. Okay, I think we have like 4 for bigger ones. Let me show what we have on our table. We have the chipboard, and that is for the pattern that we will use. And I will show you that you can pick, because you sit at home and you can pick other items if you like. Here you can see what I have done, so you can get like an idea. And I have the heart in the middle, and all these I have cut into pieces to add like texture. If you have some other chipboard, it's okay to use. Totally okay. If you have something around your stash and you have an idea, if you have idea what to do with your album or something like that, to have like more personal, I will show you. Here I have some other chipboard, and I have, like you see, made it more bigger because it's better for you to see. But here I have also added like a rhinestone, a bigger one, old zipper, and something from my stash, sewing stash. That can also make like interesting texture, or like add something interest to your project. So it's totally okay. If you have some leftover from something, here I have like that kind of pebble. For you who have made Anna's class, you have like these melange art pebbles, and I think you must use them all. But if you have some left, they are so cute to use, and you can see, I will show you more. Or even if you have like leftovers or pieces from cardboard or like that, so you can add that also on your project. And here I have model molds. That's really also, if you have something you want to add to make it get a little bit more dimensional, but it's really cute. So feel the freedom to add more or different items. And here I have a metallic embellishment. So if you have any questions at all, let me know. But I set these samples aside, and we talk about the sponge, the kitchen sponge. Did you remember that to have some kind of kitchen sponge or makeup sponge or something like that? And I will show you in the video also to like cut the edges to make it more like soft. Of course, if you have like dabbers or ink, something like that, it's totally okay to use them. But this is a really cheap way to make your own dabbers to add, and they give like a nice texture. You can even use that side, but it gets like a different texture. So I'm doing like this. And you can make them in different sizes. Depends how much or little you want to do. But the different one you have left, you can have like more sharp edges. And here we want to make it like soft, to not make any stripes when we will add color. And we come to the coloring while our project is running. Okay, so I have been only chatting and talking about the prep things. So I think we are ready to go. Yes. See how they get intense. And I have my camera a little bit more close than the last time. So I hope you will see what I'm doing really well. You will also see my messy table more. Okay. Now we see the kitten have been taking my things here. So sorry. Did you remember that I had like said that you could prepare yourself with these foam tape stripes? You can even use like these from the canvases to add like tape on these if you don't have foam tape. But this is a really great tip. And now I will pull this off. And if you have like something, and I look in my garbage, I said they are not so sticky, and this was not the best solution. Better with something with fabric. And I take what I have on my table. I have some old sponges, so they don't are too sticky, like that. So they are mine are really sticky, and that depends what kind of foam tape you have. Not all are so sticky. Okay, we have the tiles. Where did I have my tiles? Here I have them. And now you can place them like here, but what I will do first, so are you ready with me? Are you ready to go, everyone? Hope you are. Let me know if you are not. I have these cardboard, and I will add like water on the back side. What I will stick on this, and it will not stick really so easy, but I will add water, and you will wonder why she will add water on the cardboard. Because the cardboard and paper have like fibers, and they change like structure. And to not have pieces, I don't have a good piece, but I can fold it, to not have pieces like look like bananas, because we want them, our tiles, to be so flat as possible. And when you add water here, and we will add like paste here, it will stretch out and be more flat. Sometimes they are not totally flat, but it helps. The same technique you can do when you will do like decoupage or add like paper on something. Add water on the back side, leave it for like 30 seconds or something, like relax, and then we can add it. They are a little bit not totally dry, should not be, but that helps later on. Okay, so I will continue. Hope you did understand what I mean with the water. Let me know. I can try to explain one more time. Like that, and I leave it. And that I have learned from an art teacher. And she did that when she, that's good, Hitomi. And I learned that from an art teacher years ago. And when you do like watercolors with children, add water on the back side of the paper, and then you can paint and the paper will stay more flat. Okay. I will add it here so we can do like our plan like that. I will do like 2 big tiles, like example, so you can see. Okay, they are on place. I will take 2 big head down and I will start with them like example, so you can see, like adding water. Yes, it's a little bit more longer drying time, but usually it helps. I'm sure there can be some cardboard or fibers or something that perhaps it doesn't work so well, but I have started to do this and it helps me more to not get the paper like go on every pieces. I will move that a bit and be careful because sometimes it stick even like that, but don't worry. They can be like sticky. I will move them up a bit. So hope you are ready and I will show you first on the bigger ones here. And for this, we will have modeling paste. And this is the most wonderful paste ever, I think, because it's so versatile and you can use it for so many things. And I will use like this, yeah, the best Jamie modeling paste. It's my favorite paste because you can do anything it. And I will add like modeling paste on a packaging, or if you have like paper to add, use what you have. Even if you have like a craft mat, it's okay. But I will add like modeling paste on packaging. I like to use them and I will add. And modeling paste is a paste and it dries opaque matte, but it's also gluing, but you can add like color to it and you can mix like art stones or texture powder in it. You can use it for so many things, but I like it that you can glue with it also. So you can use it for gluing. And right now we will use it to make texture. So I prep myself and I almost forget that you need a comb. Hope you have a comb ready. To cut some pieces small down, or if you have like barbecue sticks, it always works. Or if you have, I always forget, what's this kind piece name? I have a big one here. What's the name of it? Always forget the name of it. But you know, you can pull them out if you have a smaller one and also make like your pattern with something or a needle or a spatula or something. That's great. You can use so many things, even more what I haven't said. Okay, these start to dry and that's why I see them, because they are starting getting bulky. I also said to you to have like things you have on your table. I have like a washi tape roller, the empty one, and also like something for some spray bottle or something. I also find like a big one. You could do like pattern with it also. And here is your imagination. Even if you had a fork on your table, you can use it. I have a small one I found today. Can make small circles because we'll create our own pattern. I will show 2 examples here on the big tiles. And if you have big tiles, do a test. There will be enough modeling paste to do a test. So you can try out how they will look and how much modeling paste you will do. And perhaps you are a fast doer, because I know there are always on the classes someone who is really fast and they are more slow, and that's perfect. And let me know if you want me to repeat something. I have a spatula, and I have this kind of spatula, and I really like when they are in this size. It's very handy. They come in bigger ones and smaller ones, but I say that I really enjoy to hold these. To have like a firm grip and pull here, so I had a perfect way to hold it. And now I will add the modeling paste, and I will start with one and add it here. And it start to be dry on the back side. That's why it's a little bit like starting to be like a banana. And now I will add a really thick cover, because we will add like doing texture. And right now I could add, and I will do that to show you. So this is like a test. You can use them inside your album later on or on the back side. And now I haven't done the spine, but we can do it later on. I totally forgot. You must do that. We must do that too, but we will have plenty of time to do that. Okay, I have like a coat. Try to show you like more close up. I have like all over it, and already when I'm using the spatula, it comes some kind of texture, and you decide how much you want. Now I do like pattern, and I can pick something from here, what you think I will not use, and I pick that one and pull off the tape, and I will add it to my stick it. And it will like stick, but not get too much on the edges. Stick it like that. And now while it's wet, I'm doing like some kind of pattern. And I have this big one like that. So I'm thinking, yes, look, doing pattern, more or less. You can decide, but I love that. That is my pattern. From this kind of packaging. Okay, we do something on that one too. Okay, so you will see, we will repeat the process. And I will do, when I will do here on the other ones, I would do like 3 at the same time, I believe. But now the bigger ones, I take them one by one. And you see, it goes like pretty much modeling paste. Like that, taking. Don't take too little, because I could say that you should like cover to not see so much of the cardboard, so you understand how much. And I try to have these like go, oh, how should I explain, to not see the cardboard behind, and also go with the spatula on the edges to not have. But if you don't remember to do that, we can use it, the sanding paper, or we can cut the edges also. So I'm using here like that. Okay, and now I'm doing the comb. Okay, so how could I go? I could go, and that's why I said you don't take the all, and I could go like something like that. So you don't want to use it for your hair again. And I go again, try to find and give it like something here. Hello, Regina. Nice to see you. And that is, let's see it. I'm on the screen. I will take my coffee. Like that. So that's why you can use a comb to make like interesting pattern. You can also do like stripes on one side. To show you here, you can see what I have done, and here like stripes. So this is the bigger ones. It's for practice and try and to do like tryouts. Like I have this. I think here could be great. Yes, I could even do like something like that. Why not? And could add something here in the end. So like this washi tape, I like circle, especially on projects that are on square. It soften it up like that. Oops. I like that. And I pick. So don't be afraid of mixing. So make this for a test. I love that. So cute. So cute. I need to, and if you get, because if you have a lot, it gets like a pretty much, go over again and pull it off, because it's like, need to pull off. Even if you think that something wasn't perfect like you wanted, go. But I really like when they get the imperfections. I think that's the thing. So, like that. So feel free to try out. I will move like that to test your own. And this will take the time to dry. I will now set them aside because it's so much. I should leave them to stay here, but I want to be more free to work like that. Okay. So we are starting. Are you with me? Or I need to take it slower? Let me know. Let me know. Or if you have any questions at all, let me know. Like that. Yes. Perfect, perfect. So now I can do my plan, how it will look. I can do my plan a little bit in advance, but if you change your mind during the process, it's totally okay. I have the heart in the middle, like my centerpiece. And here I could add, like, if I have a sentimental or metal embellishment with a word, I could add it. It could be like a great contrast to my album. I'm thinking that perhaps we will add to make it a little bit more different, we add the heart in the down and make some interesting with the more squares and like the splatters, because it's ink and splatters from Primas. So I'm pulling them out, taking off the foam tape on the back side. And I can like check around how little bit how I want. And think if I would leave something to the spine I will show you. I pull them off like that. So on these two, pull it off. And perhaps I leave that for the spine, I believe, or that one. You see what I have been used before here, like that. I have. So I can leave that. Okay, so I pull it, tape off, like that. So we need to do the spine also. We do this first and I will do the spine later on. And now I can think about my composition. We can start here to make the same. And then perhaps I want to do more on this side, or I want to do on the corners like that. And here I have made more heavy textured here and two here. That's your choice. Perhaps we should go more here and have a base and nothing at the edges. It doesn't matter, it will work. And we can change when we have made the texture, we can change. Because anyway, everything will go together when we add the color.
Inside.
Did you have a question?
No, there's no questions. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Okay. So now I can look at these and I can use like scissors and cut them into smaller pieces because we don't need to use them like all. So I've cut them in more pieces. And if I'm like, I could like add them and see if they match like that, but I don't bother like that. I'm looking for like interesting pieces to add. And I know this is like only a playing for me. I know I will always change my mind, like how I'm doing now. I'm sure when I'm done, I haven't made like I'm doing the plans. So I don't know why I'm doing like that, but I find this kind of planning, like, can we say like peaceful, or think I will have like control perhaps, but really cut them into pieces and add them. And if you want to be sure to not forget how you place them, take a photo. You see, I'm back to that one. But if I want to go here with the heart, where I'm thinking of this time, I'm thinking to do something like that perhaps. Or should I go here? Why not? We go there. It could go. So that's your choice. I don't know. I feel like more to doing the same here. We do like that. But I don't mind. We will add these and we will start like here. And I can change my mind during the process. Okay. So hope you are ready to go. We will have the modeling paste again. And you can even make pattern with your spatula. Yeah, I forgot. I will show you here. So why not having that once, making something here? It works. I don't know if it's too shiny. And if you're not happy what you're doing, you can go over, add something more, so you don't be worried. It doesn't end up how I wanted because it was a little bit dry. No problem. And I will do that again. Yeah, that's better. I have a little bit strange light here right now because the sun is like shining outside. And I'm not used to that one like that, but I hope you see. Okay. I will clean my spatula because it have been drying a little bit. So be sure that you don't have like things on your spatula here. So I'm cleaning it because it was drying on during the time. So messy, but that's good when you see a crafter and you can feel that you're not alone, that somebody is doing the mistakes. But when I start, I want to have clean edges. Like that. Okay, we start. We start from the upper ones here. And yeah, we go. I will do modeling paste on all three because I want to make it more like easy. And if I have some pattern that will go together from one to another, it's okay. Like that. So I'm adding the modeling paste, not pushing too hard to make like all cover up. And I have like white cardboard here, so it doesn't show. And I really like the brown because you see that how much it looks, how much is covered. So here we go. And I think it shows better. And if you have like cereal box or something like that, you have a pattern, but it's not a problem because it will not show because we will paint all over it. So no problem. Okay, the edges are really messy, but I will take care of them later on. But you see my tiles. And I start with the chipboard. Or if you have chipboard or something else beautiful at home, buttons, metallics, but I think the chipboard works really great to make like nice pattern and pull it, and they will stay there because the modeling paste is perfect glue. Okay, it's time for the pattern. And I start with, think like something here, and I see because it didn't come too much pattern. So it's like that. So you see, it was good for me to add more like that. Crazy pattern up there. And I was not happy with it. Not my day today. Hope you made it better than me. But I will clean my comb with baby wipe and add even. Pull it out. Because I know I can do better. Like that. Okay. Like that. So I decide I only come from like that. And I'm doing with that one like that. So making your pattern how we like, and circles, of course. We need to have some circles of different sizes like that. And I want even pattern on these where the chipboard is. Of course we need. And I use baby wipe to pull it off, and like that. Perfect. Like that. And that will leave for drying. First, I will clean the edges because I don't want too messy edges. You can use the sanding paper, but of course it's better to pull them off. And I use a spatula like that. Great, nicer edges like that. And people ask me sometimes how long it takes before it dries. And that depends where you live, about the humidity. I think it's fall, what kind of weather, how hot it is. And I remember I was sitting here last time, I was having a more heated up room, but I believe this time it will dry up more fast for me because it's different kind of weather right now. Or if you have a fireplace or something, it goes really, really quick to dry up. Okay, I'm ready for this. I would do the next row. So adding the modeling piece like that. And you can even do this with different kind of texture, and you could add like more texture to these if you have like art stones or beads or something, it go perfect. It will stick, it will stay because the modeling paste is so perfect. So you can add like other small stash or like metallic embellishments or molds. It works fine. I'm so amazed that the modeling paste is so strong that you can glue with it. In the end, you can glue your tiles to the album with the modeling paste if you like. On the supply list, I was said that you can have your favorite glue, because I will paint my album black, and the thing with modeling paste, it's perfect if you will paint something over because it dries white. But if you have white projects or you will paint all over it, it's not a problem to have like white glue that doesn't dry up clear. But this will dry like white. And I love it. Okay. We pulled the heart, and it's a little bit too big for the tile, but I will cut it later on, and I put it in the middle. I go like safe. Why not? And adding more like that, the pieces like that. Now we should have nothing there. Yes. And then I look on my stash again, big circle. Yes. And a smaller one inside. Yes, perfect. And I'm thinking to do with the spatula some stripes. Yes. And I'm not thinking that it will be like too perfect. No, this is not the project for perfection. It's just playing and having fun. And I really like this because, look, so interesting. Because you can use this technique on anything, any surface you like. Now we're doing these tiles, but you can use, oops, that was not, and I don't think you can use them on tags, canvases, and layouts. Also, you can do that on like altered project, and it doesn't need to do like big surfaces. You can do like small places to make interesting pattern by yourself, being creative. So I'm happy. I wonder how you're going. Hope you're going okay. So I'm taking more modeling paste. Yes, 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 yes. Oops, I got in my face. Okay. We're doing the last row. And you could even do like smaller ones or doing mixed shapes. We was making it really easy this time to make our tiles in the same size. I had something there like that. Yes, oops. It will move a bit. Now it's so easy when you have like this, and if you didn't like to have like all the rows on the same packaging like I have on the tape, it have been really easy to add like small pieces if you have wanted to row like that. But here you can like see them together, how it will look. You can see how it could be. So, but remember that you didn't need to stick like all them together if you are like feeling that they are too close to each other, or you're worried to mess it up. I have my camera up on a different angle what I'm used to, so I must hope I'm not out of camera. Like that.
You're doing a great job, Katja.
Oh, thank you. I'm worried because sometimes when you move things around, when you come next time, things are not like you used to do. That can happen, but I think. Okay, we have, and we add some more chipboards. And I think these are so easy to use because they are so like in the pattern, so easy, and not making, they don't compete with each other. They are like easy way like that. And if they are going a little bit outside, don't worry yet, because everything can be cut and like that. I'm checking them that everything is sticking. Yes. Okay, we're doing more pattern. It's time for the comb, I believe. Yes. And I want like something like that. Yes, that's gorgeous. And I clean my comb. And also some circles. No, that one, the smaller one, the really small one. Almost doesn't show, but anyway, yes. The small one is really cute, what I have found. So this way you can find like things in your stash to make like your own pattern. Yes. Okay, and we clean the edges. Yeah. And my kitten is coming. Don't come to my table. Oops. Yes, stay there. Okay. I think we have like pretty clean edges. And we leave that for drying. And I need to clean up my fingers also. Yes. And I need more baby wipes. Okay. We do, while this is drying now, we do the spine edge at the same time. Perhaps you have already prepared it, but we have the time, and my samples here, the bigger ones, they are drying up, and that's perfect. We will do some painting. Okay, and this I can use. We do that, and we pull out even that one for the spine. And I think I have the spine. No, 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 no. No kitten on the table. No coffee. Huh? So, please, I have a fur ball. Okay, so that will pass the table. So sorry. She did not on. We hope we'll not have her here. Okay. I think that's will be my spine. Yes. It's the same size. And I make like, I have a pan. Like that. Set that aside to dry up, and like that we will cut it that, and we do the same there. So I never think I will learn the name of the paper trimmer. I remember when I was sending my supply list to Elena, she was wondering what the cutting machine was. Oh, that's how strange it can be, but you know, paper trimmer. Some words are more difficult to remember. And I will make it easy. I will do it in the same cardboard sheet. So if I have my foam tape like that, so we make it easy like that. And take a sponge, made it up like that. So hope everybody is with me. Everything is going okay. if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask. And now you remember to add the water on the back side, like that.
I think everybody's too busy creating to ask questions.
Yeah, I think so. And they have like modeling paste on the hands, so they can't write.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I know if you need to write, you have messy hands. I love messy hands. Not worried if it will go off or not. Usually the day after, when you're taking a shower and you have like shampoo or something on your hands and nails, it's off. I'm not worrying. So like that. But otherwise, there is a great tip when you're washing your hands, and if you have like a lot of medium and like stuff like that, to take what you call the leftovers from the coffee grains. You can pull it in your hands and clean like that, like a rubber, like do like a scrub.
That's nice. That's smart.
Yeah, and it's a little bit like oily. It's a little bit like soft, so to soften up your hands. And then you can, of course, if you don't like the coffee smell, you can clean it with a soap and then have like a hand cream. So that's a good way also to clean your hands if they get like messy, to have like coffee grains when you have cooked the coffee. Yes, more modeling paste on this side. Yes. And where did it go? Because I have the kitten here and she would like to play right now. But modeling paste and kittens, it's not a great mix. So the spine one here. And you could do like the spine also, like in squares if you like. But I think the spine looks great if you can have like bigger piece. But I think when you have done this class, you find like new possibilities, how you can do, even if you don't do tiles, but how you can work. But I have these, so I want to use it, of course. We will add it like that. Would I like to have that? No, but I have this smaller piece. I will add that in the corner, like that. And now do some kind of pattern. I would take the comb side and then turn it a bit. So the comb will work for me, the pattern. Yes. And you could done like plans. Now I go totally randomly and making pattern. Then you could do more like intention, to do more plans and think about more about the composition. But I think the color will make it all looking perfect. So I'm not worrying about that. That's why I'm not talking so much. And we have the furball would want to go back to lie on the like that. Okay, so sorry. Okay, you stay there now. So, okay. Perfect. I have that. I like bigger circle and a small one, and the comb, and that one. Interesting. I get like ideas when I'm doing like this, something, I get like an idea, or I would like to do a tag, mixed media tag like that. Would be great. And that is a way to get inspiration for me. When I'm crafting, I usually get inspiration of being crafty and being sitting on my craft table like this. I always get like the inspiration from my own projects. And I say more you craft, more inspired you can be. Of course, I think if you're hungry, tired, stressed, there can be lack of inspiration. That's, of course, you need to be like a little bit like that. But to look at this spine, I could see like making something like that for my next project, making like a tag with this kind of technique and adding like text or flowers and more colors than the colors I will have today. So that's a way to get inspired of being crafty and to see the possibilities, what we can do. Okay, leave that for drying, and I will set them aside like that. And I will talk little bit about colors, because I have made my album black in the base, but you can decide how you want it, and I will show you a bit. And I will pull my modeling paste and that aside like that. And you can decide if you want to make the color base black. I have made it a little bit dirty. You can make it because you have like 3 colors. You have the black, you have the jade, and you have the white. And you also have your metallic wax. And all these colors can make your base of your album. I have start to paint my sides, not fully black, because I will add like paper here in the background and to have like framing it. We will not paint all the sides, but I have choose to make it because I like black frames and will make like smaller layouts or journalings or whatever. I haven't decided really yet what I will do with it, but I have come so far to paint it even. I would do it this time again with black, but you can paint your album white or black or jade, or even make it so much gold because you have the aged brass wax. If you have like white gold or vintage gold wax or some other wax, you can make it waxy. No problem. Because I will show you from the back part, because you can make like really dark. I will show you like more black. You can go more for the black look. So here come your choices to do. You can go for more dark. The black is my focus and not so much of the jade color. That's your choice, and perhaps I could make like a white background or the teal one. So that's your choice, but you can decide like what kind of look are you going for. More dark. I can go for more like teal, the jade. And this is not fully like colored, but to show you, I could make my album white and to only have a little bit of the black. That's totally okay. I give you the freedom to blend to have what color you ever like. Or why not make it more like really oriental, to make it so gold as you ever can. And we see which is more golden here, like more goldish. And I will show you on my bigger tiles. I will show you how to do, to show you. This is really, really a lot of gold wax. So you can decide totally what kind of base color. I also have the jade color. I have also mixed it with the black. And the jade, we have transformed it totally to more grayish and not so bright. So I will go for the black, but if you want to paint it white or jade or add more gold, because I want mine with the aged brass and the black in the bottom. But you have the personal freedom. Before we start to paint our album, we will prepare it a bit also. We have it here, and I will clean my tiles so they're not in the way, and the small pieces. It's start to get messy here. I'm a messy crafter. That can make problems when you're having classes. Okay, you seeing this album, it's like, it looked like that, and you could have leave it like making tiles like that and keep that, but I want to make it regular. And you can make the choice to not to use it like that, but I'm thinking we can go for it. And I'm using like a craft knife. You can also use scissors. I'm using a craft knife. I'm cutting, and I have like a glass mat, so it's not a problem. Pull it apart like that, and I can use that for something like that. And I can have a little bit of the sanding paper, sand the edges so they will be nice. Yes, didn't need so much. It can be perhaps a little bit longer. You will see, and when I made this first time, the back side was a little bit more longer than the front side. Then you cut it a little bit, but here I'm not possible to cut. But I remember my first album, it was longer. Yeah, that's perfect. So while the small tiles are drying up, we will paint. And I'm not sure if I will have the inside black of this. The other one, I know I have it like black on the inside. So I didn't mind like by going like that. But this time I'm not sure. So I'm using like some garbage hair plastic when I will paint. So the gesso, and that is a primer, and you can open it like here. It sticks with the tape, but I'm doing like that. You can use like a plate or something, or I use like the rest leftovers from packaging, but I can make it like this too and paint it. So we will paint it. And I'm excited to see what color did you choose? I'm choosing the black because my class example is black. So I don't do it totally different from my example. To do it white and people wonder, oh, I didn't want my album to come like that. So that's why I'm doing the same like my sample is. Like that. And I'm using a black brush, more wider and a flat brush. And it shouldn't have like everywhere. You didn't need to go like totally perfect because we will have the ties, but it's good to know that it's all black. So we paint it. Yes. And I do the spine too, and I will do the back. Like that. And I will add the wax then later on. So hope our tiles now, we need to dry them up. They need to dry up, and that's always when you're doing mixed media classes, it's the drying. Yes, always the drying, but always in the drying, even when I'm crafting all for myself, I don't like to waste time on the drying. I'm trying to do something else. Oh, there was a comment I wasn't reading. I hope I didn't miss what it said. I did see that it was flashing something up.
It was just us chit-chatting.
Yeah.
Hitomi had said earlier that she's going to dig out her jelly plate tools to play with the modeling paste.
Yeah, that's great.
And then she also said that she is enjoying completely watching what is going on this time.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we are glad to hear that. Now I will hit this per page so we can do the back side. And when I'm hitting, I will pull out my tiles in the same time. Have them nearby so I can hit them both at the same time. Like that. So we can hit here, but here too. So it's time to get everything dry. It's drying time.
So Katja, you got started in fashion, correct?
Yes, I'm started with fashion. So I have been working with fashion since I was 18. But I would stop to work with fashion when I was 30, about 30.
What made you switch?
Sorry?
What made you switch from fashion? What made you stop?
Yeah, what was the one? Because I started to be like studying. I was studying to be a teacher. So right now I'm a textile craft teacher because I was traveling a lot. And when you have small children, it was really hard to be traveling around the world for 4 months.
Yes.
And having small children at home. So I was thinking what to do instead. Yeah, I could be like a textile craft teacher. So, okay. But I have been teaching all my life. I started teaching in sewing for adults when I was 18.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So even when I was working with crafting, working with textile, I was having classes in sewing and fashion and like that. So that what I was done. And then I was traveling like 3 months
Wow.
in time and working home for months. But when my children was coming and like growing, I needed a regular job. So I was studying to be a teacher and studying for 5.5 years. So that's what I'm doing on my regular basis, being crafting, but in textile with children.
Oh, what ages?
Yeah, I'm having ages from 10 to 15.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And I really enjoy it because I love creating, and it can be textile or it can be like mixed media, or even I'm not very handy at gardening and like that. So
So how did you get into mixed media from textile?
yeah, it started with like scrapbooking. I had like one working friend. She said, "Do you like to try scrapbooking?" And I said, "Oh no, I don't want to have glue and colors on my hand." I said, "No, no, 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 never you will see me glue paper." And she was a very crafty woman because she was like doing textile and doing everything what I've done, but she was doing like scrapbooking. And I said, "No, you will not do." But then I get the opportunity to teach like older children in like being crafting in different kind of products, like painting furniture and doing everything, like different kind of craft. And I'm doing like different kind of craft. And the teacher said before me, "You know, we have done scrapbooking. You should teach them scrapbooking," she said. And I was like taking around some views and no. But suddenly I find one of my friends in a different part of Sweden. She was doing scrapbooking, and I was starting to looking at her tutorials on her blog, and wow, yes, like that. And she was sending and I was looking at her Christmas cards and like that, and I was thinking, okay, we can do some card making. So I was teaching card making.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, so I started with scrapbooking because I was started to teach it. So I was teaching and learning at the same time. So I was starting with like card making. But after about 2 years after that, I find mixed media. And what's more curious, because when I started with like scrapbooking, you was finding like events and shops and like that.
Right.
And when I started mixed media, and I said to myself, wow, now I'm home. Because when I was about 14, 15 years old, I was painting a lot.
Oh, wow.
So I was said, okay, because I was painting, that was my passion when I was like 10 years to like, 17 years old. I was the passion to paint.
Wow. What kind of painting?
Yeah, I was doing, of course, fashion paintings.
Okay. Okay.
I was doing a lot of fashion, painting fashion and people and ladies with fancy clothes and like that. And but I said when I was going back to mixed media and I trying watercolors and doing stuff like that, and I was thinking, okay, now I'm home. This is what I will do. So yeah,
That's great.
so that's the way how it can go.
That's amazing.
One thing led to one other, but that was my dream basically when I was going in school. And but I was coming to the textile because that was fashion, and drawing and sewing was like a mix. But my passion was from beginning to draw and to paint and doing like interesting paintings and to doing things like that. So that was the ground basic. So when I was doing mixed media and could do like canvases and working with colors and like that, I said, okay, I'm back where I would basically start from the one time ago.
That's
It
amazing.
took like a turnaround.
That's okay. You found what you really enjoy doing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And in Sweden, we need like the craft teachers. We are not so many left in Sweden because
No.
we need teachers. There are not, we need, I don't know how you have like in United States, but we have a lot of teachers that not have the education to teach in Sweden. So that start to be a problem.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good. So, okay, I'm checking out. And how you know that everything is dry? It's not dry because you can touch with your finger and it should not be leaving like a fingerprints. So I can touch and feel that the parts that are not so thick, they start to be dry, but I still can be leaving some fingerprints on the heavier parts. So it's time to dry more. More drying time.
So with your teaching now, how is that with the COVID? Do you teach online or do you still go in person or?
I don't have classes in person because in people here in Sweden, we are really keeping our distance.
Right.
We are not allowed to have like more than 8, I believe, for a very long time. But people are really taking the restrictions, good or bad. Yeah, we can have a discussion. But to have classes in person here in Sweden, no, you would not have people to coming to your class. I have one for 1 year ago because she was moving abroad. She was having classes and we were like, I having like 3 students.
Oh, wow.
And that was something special I made for her because she was leaving abroad and she wanted to do something fun before she was leaving. But
Right.
I do a lot of lives online, and I'll have, because I had like a lot of doing at my work, I take like a break from the online classes, but they will come again because I have like online classes that you can buy and you can have like this kind of classes. So I have that.
Do you have
So
on your website? Where would people go to look up some more of your classes?
yeah, where to look? You can follow me on Instagram. That's the best way to find out what's something happening. And then, of course, on Facebook, I have my Facebook page. I have nothing special right now going on because of my new family members and a lot of busy times at work.
Good.
But
Busy.
then suddenly it comes. But it's always interesting when people let me know, because if they have like a product or idea, or you know that you're sitting with a friend and you're thinking like, wow, how she did do that, and you can see something on Instagram, you can always send me a message and say to me at, oh, can you do a class of something like this? And I can do, because then I will invite more people to that. So you're always free to message me or like that, to let me know what's interesting, because I always think it's hard to know what kind of class people want to have.
That's very true. Very true.
Yeah, I don't know, because I do this and I don't like have like no struggle with something special. Okay.
One question. Tommy is asking, is anyone else creative in your family?
Oh, yes. In my family, my mother, she's very creative. It started with my grandfather, basically, because my grandfather, I was having all my summer holidays, I have been spending with my grandfather, and he's a house constructor. So he was doing like always, he was crafting at the houses and everything. He was built like, what do you call it, like porch things. He was building things.
Okay.
And I was with him all the time, and he was doing like everything, but in wood. But he was the crafty man. And my mother, she's crafting and she's doing like knitting and weaving.
Very cool.
But she was painting and sewing when she was younger.
So did you get your sewing from her?
I think yeah, I'm doing a lot of sewing, and I have made like sewing because for about 10 years ago, I have my own brand of sweatshirts. So I have been crafting and have my own line of sweatshirts, and also I have made some jewelry and sold here in Sweden. So I have been crafting different items.
So have you stopped doing sweatshirts and jewelry?
Yeah, it was a trend of the sweatshirt. It was a trend that was like, it was cam, and a friend said to me, oh, can't you do these kind of sweatshirts? Of course I can. And I made like 10, and I was sold them like so fast. And then I made like these shirts for 4 or 5 years, but it was a trend thing, and they are not trendy right now.
Okay. Okay.
So it was natural, and I was sewing so much every day that it was a little bit too much. You know, when you get exhausted, and suddenly one day I said, okay, I can't sew the shirts anymore. It's too much. So I was needed to stop. So I took a break and only did like small, but I ended up because it was so hard to have like kids at home and also do the sweatshirts by himself. So I was in the decision to like find people to do them for me in some other country, or to stop. So I did stop, but it was fun. So it was great time. So I have been crafting different items.
And Lisa says that she also enjoys learning about the teachers as well.
Yeah, that's really cool to know about the teacher. So you can say that I've been crafting all my life. I started like when I was 12. I sew my first trousers. I was
Wow.
so angry at the craft teacher at school because I didn't have the pattern to do. So I took some fabric from my mother, and I sew my own trousers and show my teacher, wow, I have already done the trousers. I was a little bit like that. So yeah. And then I have also made like jewelry, and I like to do like furniture and also like some painting at home and like that. So it's a way of living, like crafting. It's a way of living. I couldn't live a life without crafting.
I have to completely agree with you there.
Yeah, that's totally a way of crafting. I have always have place for crafting since I was 18 years old and I leave my home. I always have like a table or corner, or right now like 1 or 2 rooms where I craft, where I have my supplies, where I have my stash. Yeah, I have that.
So you have 2 rooms right now where you have stash?
Yes, I have.
I want that too.
Yeah, one for my business, because I have my business, because when I have like classes, I also can sell some craft supplies.
Okay.
Yeah, and then for my personal crafting where I can do live streams and like that. But my business supplies, I try to keep them in one other place.
That's smart. I would
Yeah.
get confused if they were
Yeah.
if they were together.
Yeah. Okay, my tiles start to be dry, and now I trim them a bit. I can use like big scissors like that, and cut them and trim them a bit. And they are not, and I was heating here. I was talking too much, so my modeling paste was like getting a little bit bubbly, because when you heat it, it's like the boiling inside. So I noticed that, like that.
That just gives you some extra texture, right?
Yeah, it gets extra texture, but when we paint with pastel paint, because it's really thick, it can go like down. But right now it doesn't matter too much, I think, because it's a texture tile, so it's not a problem. Okay, I've trimmed them a bit, and I will start with painting these 2, only to show you a little bit how you can do. So I think I will paint 1, and then I can continue to practice. So we can take one of these that are already painted, like that one, because it's almost the same, like that, I can see. Okay, and I will take something I will find like a packaging. Like that, only to not mess my table too much. And if we look to the tiles, I have, like in the background, I have used the jade shade. It's in the background. You could, and they are played like these first. You can do them black if you like in the background, totally paint them black, or paint them white. You have like these choices to do. Paint them white, paint them black, or you can do them jade. And I will do them jade to make them match better, because if I make them different, like white and black and teal, and even one more, they doesn't match so good. So you decide for one color in the background, and I will go for the teal, because I think that's make it up, because it make it pop. The teal color, they will pop up a bit, and we use the white and the black to frame it and highlight it. So we open the jade color, and now I have like a plate, and where do I have it? Here. And I always go for the bigger ones. You know, you have like that one, but I like to pop up out. If you don't like exactly this shade, you could add white or a little bit black, or to make it more, little bit more experimental this time, I will use a little bit black. So you can mix to have like your own shade, but you can make it as it is. That's totally okay. So I'm not, because you see it's like getting gray, but I want like only little one to make it a little bit more soft. And I go paint it all over like that, every gap. And remember the sides also. Now you see the difference, not so big. Lights. But this is more gray. So we're going a little bit from a different tone. And I don't blend everything together. You can do that if you like. I'm not doing that. It works fine anyway. And why not, when you do like that, if you don't blend totally everything at once, why not add a little bit more light at some place? Yeah, that's totally okay. But try to go in every gap and turn your tiles all around so it gets paints everywhere. And now I can take, if you are blending color, add like a little bit more, just for fun, that it's a little bit more like highlighted. I will show you. It doesn't show so much in this light because I think I have too much light here. But a little bit on the top. It will not show so much, but I will leave it for drying. I will do that one, even if I said I should not do. Okay, we made it like grayish and go everywhere. And if it's dry, you can go like heavy-handed, but use a soft brush. That's my tip. But the most important thing, that everything is dried up. Yes. And if it have a lighter tone someplace or a darker tone, I don't mind, because anyway, they will match. And now I'm getting messy hands. Yes, I'm getting hands messy. Yeah.
Tommy is asking, so the different tones can add dimension too?
Yeah, they can add the dimension too. So I'm not doing too much, but they doing dimension like here, but it doesn't show, but I have the more dark here, and here I have, but I will go on with the white and the black and the gold. But anyway, if you have like mixing some tones, take something, the lighter one, and add. I will do it one more time and you will see it add more dimension. And I can do it a little bit, and I go more light-handed, like dry brushing, and I can leave that for drying. That's totally okay and can give a little bit more interest, but no sharp edges. I should not take it. If I show on this one, if I have more black, I would not do like that. That gives too much. It should be more softer color. Now I have messed this up, but it's okay. We can do it like gray. But it add like more dimension to the project. So this is totally different tile, but very interesting indeed. So it should be like really close. Like that, you can see that it's more highlight there and the more black gray there. And that's really great. we'll dry them up and I will show you, because this is for the practice one, only for practicing. And I will show you what we will do with the sponges. I will save the color. Save the colors. And I will go more like I'm used to go. I should done that before to have like packaging and use them. So I find the packaging like that. And I will dry these before we start with the really project. And I need to take a sip of coffee. I don't know, but my throat gets dry. And I wonder how much time do we have left?
We have an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, that's great. We have the time. 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Yes.
Ah, that's great. That's great. Then I will dry this up and I can show you how to do this. So it needs to be dry.
So besides your new kitten, do you have any other animals in your house?
No, I don't have any animals in my house, only the kitten. I have grown up with cats all my life, but my hubby's son was allergic. So I have been without the cat for about 6 years. But now he's allergic. It had disappeared. It's so strange, but he is working fine with cats. So
Interesting.
that's interesting. So now we have a kitten. The young guy, my hubby's son, he's not here every week. He's here every second week, but he have no problem with the cat. So I'm lucky again to have a baby cat and to watching her grow old. So I'm lucky.
That's good.
Yeah. If everything goes fine, I will have one more. It's so fun with cats. I love cats. Okay, I will have the heavy gesso. I will pick out some here. And even the black gesso we have here. And I will have the wax later on also. But we start here. And then now we have the sponges. And now it's a perfect, if you have made the big tiles, to do a test. What kind of size do you like? Because I like the smaller ones. Could also do the bigger ones, but you can make a test. And I pull them and I hold them like that, like pull them together. So I have the control and to even make it the top like some more toppier. So I hold it, press it like that. That's my way of holding it. And now I start with the white. That's why I have like packaging, and I can pull because I don't want to pull it like that. So I have so much color. I'm pulling many times. So I have like a light color. And the first what I take on the tile, it will be very much white. So perhaps you have like some garbages or some more like that, you can pull off and do a test. That's totally okay. And now I want to highlight this. So I'm trying to think where I can put it. So I'm going for the where I have like my embellishments or my chipboard. So I'm going and something happened. Yeah, and I'm going a little bit here, not everywhere. And this is like a choice. How white would I like it? But perhaps something like that it could be. And if you get too much, okay, go over with the paint again. It's not a problem because we will add like the gold and the black. So, but really, really light-handed, not to have too much paint. That's why it's so good to test. If you feel the bigger one is too big, move to a smaller one. So that's why it's so good to do a test. So I'm doing here, and this could be more tricky because it's have like more soft pattern, but I could go like a little bit here. But also I can think now when I would do this on my album, I will talk about the white. Where should I add the white on my tiles here? Yes, I will show you the album. These tiles have more white, more inner I am, or where I have the heart. If I have my heart here, I should have very white and go darker on the back up. But here you can see I have no black, it's more white. But I have also the wax, and on the end I can put white. That depends of your choices. But I think it gives from the sponge a really nice pattern. But you can think when you're doing the pattern here that this should be more white and more white on these edges, and we go more dark, like framing it. Hope that makes sense. So, but I'm going here just to make it play. You can doing a test. So I could go like more like that. So the tiles could look like that if it should stay in the corner here. And more dark. Okay. So that's why you're doing the test, so you can test your sponges. Now we go for the second layer. I would dry that up a little bit. Only to let you know, you can start with the black one also, but I should go. So I take the black and here the same, dab it off to not get too much. And if this had been in this corner, I should go more black here. So I'm doing, go on the edges. And if you're afraid from the black, do it on the test someplace. But you see, you go really, really light-handed. Like that. And this is a good way to see how hard you can do it. How hard. Like that I will do. Leave that for drying to show you that I will add the wax also. Here I have that one. It's not nice at all. So I'm doing like all over it, a dark one. But you show the impasto paints, show underneath, and it makes like a great, interesting tile because of the contrast and the texture. You see the jade is looking out and you have the grayish tone, and now you have the black. So here is like a trial to test and think, what do you like? Go for the more light or go for the more black, or should we go for more goldish? You see, totally different, but all the three works. I think that one went really great if you like the grungy dark ones. Every layer what we do, it should be dry. So we're drying up, and the last layer is the wax. And you can apply it with your finger, or if you have, I will see if I have one on my table. Do I have? I use, but if you use the brush, don't use your best brush. I have a really old brush. See, it's really messy one. Don't, because if you use wax on the brushes, you need to have like really the soap or something to get it lost. But you can use it, apply with a brush or with your fingers. I start with the fingers. What you should think about is also to add something, pull it out, and I see I have white gold. I don't know where I have my aged brass. I will find it. Look, here I have the aged brass, right color. Like that. It's more goldish. And I pull it with my finger to not have too much. And if I need to do like a test on something else, I do. But here, I go like really light on the top. And it doesn't give so much color. If you want it to be like really gold, like this one, you should add with the brush. Then you can have like a brush, but remember to not use your best one. Look, now I have it like more. And you can apply it, then you have more heavy-handed. But if you want to go on the top, you go more carefully and be sure to not have too much. And even if when I have made my tie like that, we can apply even more on this. When you have add like a lot of wax, because I like to frame my, give them a black. So if that should be like one frame, I will add the black and give it like really black edges, because it gives like a nice framing. And here I doing like all around it. And now if I'm adding, look, if I'm adding the wax on the black, it will really pop. If you're adding the wax on the white and on the jade, it got more gray tone. It doesn't pop exactly as much if you will add on the black. So if you like the wax to pop out really, really well, you should add a little bit black on the top. But I love the black. So look at that tile. Yes, like that. And here I can see, because I made the lighter tones, the lighter one is a little bit here, so it makes that splash pop even more. I can leave that for drying, and then I can go over with a wax, and on the black it shows even more and goes like more natural. If you add the wax on the teal, you can see it goes more. It's really, really nice. So I don't say, but this is on the jade color with the brush. It looks like metallic.
Hitomi is saying that it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. But when you go on the black, it's more on the different, gives a different dimension. So here it's all about making your own experience to see what you like, because it's nothing right or wrong with it. But try first like really light-handed. So now we're doing the small tiles. I will start to paint. So I set these aside, and I have my sponges there, and I will go with the tiles. So I hope we are ready for painting them, and I have decided to take my mix, little bit black in the mix. Yes.
Itomi is saying it's dramatic in the black, I think. I think so
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it makes something happen with the black, always when you add black. It's very interesting, but it's nothing wrong to make it more like, if you like, more gold look, because I remember last time I was doing the class, somebody didn't like the black and make it all in this color, and it was amazingly, beautifully. So even if you don't like the black, don't use it, because we like different things, and I really like that when we all do it more personal. And that's what is great when you're sitting at home. You can do it so personal. And with online classes, I also think it's so great that you can watch the class over again. I think that's really great. The impasto paint is a really thick paint, and if you feel that it's too thick, you can spray water. It's totally okay to add like some spray of water if you think it's too thick. Now I will blend a little bit here because I want to have it like more grayish this time. And now I will paint all the tiles, and I leave them on this foam tape. Now they start to get like moving around, and try to paint them all around. So I paint them and leave them for drying. When they are dry, you find the spots. Usually they pop out when everything is dry. So I paint them. And that's a perfect holder, because when you have like this, that will move it like that. Oh, it doesn't want to hold. Okay. So sometimes, because the modeling paste is a little bit like glossy on the surface, sometimes you need to paint like 2 layers. So that's why it's so good to paint, and we dry and we try to see if we have like white spots. And now I have like a little bit different shades because I haven't blended, but I don't mind because I will go afterwards with the same color. So I'm painting like only without no things, but to cover everything. All around, and I'm turning my tiles around, and then I'm checking the one when I started with, so I get the sides. Like that. Yes. So moving around like that. Yeah, totally different color shade from my last time here, but we are working in paint, so why not? Why not? Not too much, so I'm blending here. And then we need to dry up everything. And here is the texture and the paint. That's the main focus on the project. And we haven't talked about the composition because the colors make everything goes together. That's it. It is what it is about. If we have made like dimensional project, we have talked more about the composition. But I think it's nice to know about products and how to use them on different ways, like the modeling paste, because the modeling paste is a paste that you can use in many different ways. And I really love to, when I have a product, to find out so many ways as possible to use a product. That's what I really enjoy, to stretch a product and see how I can mix and blend, or can I use it on different ways? What happen if I do on one way or another way? So why not doing tests? Have a journal book or do tags or something to do tryouts. That's a great experience to know your new products if you have. Or perhaps we all have days when we would like to craft, but we don't have really the inspiration. But my tip for you is to take the product, one product, and try to use it on so many different ways as possible. That can be a great experience. Now this has already almost been dry, so I go over it like soon a second time. I will dry up a bit, but I see I didn't have the edges here. Okay, I hope I'm not going too fast. Like that. So I will heat dry it. And I know the white spots will show up when I'm heat drying it.
So if you had to choose, Katja, do you have a favorite Prima product? Or
Yes,
what do you use most?
My favorite Prima product is modeling paste.
I can see
and I also love the liquid acrylic paints. It's
yeah.
really favorite. I know Anna had it on her class when they made the book and the alarm clock.
Yes, that was the first time I used them. They're absolutely amazing.
Yes, they are addictive.
I can see that, definitely.
Yeah, that's a totally amazing product, the liquid acrylic paint. I know it can be scary. I remember when I tried out the first, I was really scared and I didn't understand how to use them when I had them first time try out. Mm-hmm. But now I could use them on all my projects.
That's great.
Yeah, but for favorite Prima products, it's a modeling paste. Absolutely. Yeah. Because it's so versatile and that you can mix and blend it with colors and glue with it and add like micro beads or texture paste, mix it with everything. And yeah, so it's perfect. It's your like base texture.
Can you mix it with acrylic paint?
Yeah, you can mix it with acrylic. Absolutely. You can mix to make like a shabby product, to make it like more like soft tones. So you can add like impasto paints because it's so much color color in it. It's pigment, so much pigment, and it's thick, the impasto paint. So to mix modeling paste and impasto, it's perfect to add to give it like more like a paste that is colored in any color you like.
Nice.
So I really enjoy that paste, and like you can add like texture powder or micro beads, or if you have like some leftover of a paste, mix them. Why not?
Right?
Yeah, don't be afraid. It's only like paint, and you try out on a bit of cardboard or cereal box or something when you do your test. Oh, and sometimes I like to do like tests, and I keep them on in a box, and suddenly I'm looking in the box and doing projects of my tests later on. It goes perfectly. Now I go over my tiles and I go with the lighter color on the top, and it makes like even one more dimension. They make, so it's more grayish in the background and it's more the jade color on the top. So we made it more dimension, even if I will add like paint right now on the top. And even this will not show so much because I will add like both white and black. But I know it's there, and that's what mixed media is about, that you're doing layers and tryouts. And you know, when you're doing mixed media, you have the stage, the ugly stage, when it's not looking like now nice, and you're thinking, oh, where I'm going. But I think that's what I love about mixed media, when you come to the stage and you're thinking, wow, what should I do now? Ooh, I don't know, but that's the fun part, that it looks like nothing, or it doesn't look nice, and you're thinking this will not work at all. But it will do. I have my tiles here now painted. They are like grayish and some jade on the top. And I think I have some white spots here and there. And I could like, I thinking if I should have like a smaller brush. I haven't decided to add like on some places like that with a small little bit where I see they are like screaming to me, please give me some paint. Give me some paint.
Tommy says, I get the ugly stage on most products in any medium.
Yeah, there are always ugly parts, but I like the challenge when you have the ugly stage and you see, wow, what I'm doing now. I think every step is like a challenge, because we're working with paints and texture, and when you have your stash, you have glitter, you have the wax, you have anything you like. It's I think it's challenging to find products you can add to make it for you what you like. Yes, it's a challenge always. Okay, we dry it up. And I have messy hands, lot of color. But it's dry.
How do you keep your nails so gorgeous?
Yeah, but they are not so pink.
Right now, but how do you keep them so nice and clean afterwards? Like, does it just,
Yeah, but you know, the coffee cleaning hands,
okay,
and yeah, and the coffee grains, and the day after with the shampoo and like that, then they are clean.
good, good. Okay, that's
Yes. Okay, my tiles are dry. They are dry. And now I'm thinking, now it's start to like think, what should I do? Because I'm not going like crazy now. And I decide that I will do this white and with gold. So I could add like the gold first and then go over white. But I will go like first with the white all over this and the corners here, like a circle, white, 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 like that. And then I will go over with the wax on the same parts, and then with the black, and last with the gold again. So perhaps add even more gold on the top. So we start with the white, and that is to have the main focus to the heart. If you have like shoes like something else, you will add, you think about that, and I will add even more gesso to my here, like that. I have a piece or a tile there where I can do the test if I like to have the control to not have too much, and add even the black one. And I start with the white and I use the black, a bigger one. And that's why I'm using packaging, or if you have a craft mat, to like dabbing off to not have too much. I start in the middle and I go like all over it, because this will not have any black. It will be like the lightest part, but even the jade will show a bit. It's okay. And now I go on the edges like a circle around it to highlight, give the highlight to the heart more, and to give the tiles and the album the framing effect, because I wanted to have the framing effect. So if you're doing it on a tag or something, you don't need to like think too much. But you see, here is the first layer. Oops, and I got a little bit too much there. And I can look how it looks if I'm having. Okay, I think that's great. I will have even a little bit more there and there. So doing the bigger one a little bit more. And I think if you have like sponges, I think this kitchen sponge makes like a great texture. And if you have like bigger sponges, there are sponges like car wash sponges or something, they give a different texture. And why not try out? I will dry it a bit, because I will add the wax on the top of this. So I start with the middle one, and I want a lot of on the middle one. So then I use a brush, and the small makeup brushes for like eyeshadow you can buy cheap. Here in Sweden we have like the dollar store, and you can buy cheap ones, and that's what I'm basically use. But I have this old brush, and I will have a lot of gold on this in the middle. So I'm going more heavy. on this. But anyway, I want to blend it well, because if you add with a brush and you not have, it comes up like a big blobs. So I'm going over really heavy, like that. And I will give it even a little bit more white in the end. Now I go more carefully on the white here with the wax. So I go like dry brushing, light-handed, to give it like only on the top, not in the gaps. It will go like in the tops. And the wax is like glossy and it's more difficult to paint over. You can add a little bit like with a sponge, but if you make like big mistakes with the wax, it's you need to paint, like cover it really well with the wax, with the gesso. I know Anna, she says that the wax is like a little bit difficult to pull it off, but I know you can paint like wax number of times and you can get it off, but it can be a little bit tricky. So always be like light-handed, and if you feel, you can go over it several times. So this is like adding layers to have the effect you like, and to not come in the gaps, only on the top, to make like a nice effect. Oops, and I did have too much, so I got too much on that side. I go over here and add a little bit more on like each side. It's not a problem, because I will add the white on the top again of this to add like different dimensions, like that. Okay, now I will repeat. I will heat it a little bit so the wax stay. So I will heat. Like that. And I will go over with the white again. And we have the spine. I haven't made nothing to the spine, but we can do that while this is drying. Oh, I pulled too much white. Like that, little bit white. Not too much. Now I'm really light-handed and not going everywhere, like a little bit like randomly. But it's never, you can always add like in the end also the touches. So it's not a problem. Like that. I see I need to have more white in the middle. So I want to go, but not everywhere. I go a little bit like randomly. So it doesn't go everywhere. Yes, to making a little bit more like contrast. I think I'm happy with that one. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that one. And now I don't need to dry, because I will add the black on the edges. So we go over with the black. And here it's need to be careful in the beginning, but depends how much black you like. But now it's about the framing. So I will go over. I start here in the corner and I want to be really black in the corner. But you decide how you want. But I will add black, and on the top we will have like the wax. So go on the edges and on the top. More light-handed. And then I will check so they match, a little bit like matching here on the edges. Yes, you can see, so you can check them out. I go on the edges and go more heavy, like that. And I can go like matching here. And here. Whoops, a lot of paint. Like that. And I think now it's like starting to get like interest because we have different colors and the black makes like a framing effect. And I like that. And the texture start to pop. You start to see what's in the background. And I like that. So always when you have a project and you don't know really what's missing or what kind of touches you have, I usually say, have you make like something ground, like perhaps you need add white or black to your project to make it something, to make it go together, or if it needs some kind of framing. But look, something happened now with the black. Yeah, something happened with the black.
Wow.
I think that's made it. And now we need to add like little bit. I go carefully on the top on some parts to make it go almost to the white and gold. But like that, I'm happy. We dry it and we will add like a little bit gold here and there. I will show you on this one. So you can see I have even gold on the black, not everywhere, but especially on the corners and on some places to add some gold. So you can see if I turn it like that, I have on some places and on corners and on the top of some places to make it, but not everywhere. You see, I'm leaving some spaces without waxing. So I'm not going over everywhere. But I will dry it. And I still have my spine left. I forgot it. So, like that. But it's exactly the same with the spine if I'm looking, because I haven't colored it yet. Perhaps some of you have done it. You can see it's more light in the middle and the framing around. So it makes together because I have the black album. And also on the black, on the album, I have the wax. But that's on the last end. Okay, the waxing. But now I will use my finger. I'm using my finger. I'm carefully and I start. And I didn't go everywhere, but you see, I go on some parts like that. But I'm not going all around it, but that's made it, the wax. And even where on some pieces in middle, you can see. And now it starts to come together. And on the chipboards, or if you have any other embellishments, and go a little bit on the top and even on the white, so you can see. And now it starts to come together. Yes. And here we have like a circle. Yes, there I go really careful because I want the circle to show. And you can see the pattern, what I made. It pops up. Really nice pattern, but it comes to show up with the wax, and the wax create like magic. Yes. Here we have the stripes, and the stripes shows. And I'm not using my pointing finger because you're very strong at your pointing finger. I have some other finger because I can go more light-handed with that. So I'm not using my pointing finger. Oh, that's great. Like that. And then everything will glue up. And of course, you can always, when it comes to the album, we will pick the album here. The black album have been drying, and you see it have a miss there, but you can always paint it up. I have it here. And now I will place it and see if how it will look on the black. That's also every time it's exciting, and to see how it match. And here you can decide if you want to have them more close, or if you want to have them more, little bit more wide. But I try to see how it will look. And look, we have something messy here, but I take the scissors and you pull it away.
Lisa says this is an amazing project.
Yes, it is. It's so that you can mix and try out like new ways of work. But you can see now how it looks, and it really shines to the middle, and the black make like big framing. We have a different coloring. You can see, I will show you. This is more light, but it's like the same, but anyway, very different. And that's what I like, same products, but different shading. That I don't need anymore, but still it's sticky and can use for some other projects. And now I will add something here because it's going. I'm using something underneath to pull it up, you know, so it goes straight. So I'm using some of my tiles here, so I have it flat. Now I say now it's really the most trickiest part is to glue them. You can use your favorite glue. You can even use modeling paste. That's your choice. And if you use modeling paste, you need to know that to not pull too much because it will pull out from here. If you use modeling paste and add here, it's so easy that it comes outside. You can always go with a brush, but I recommend if you have like a glue, I have some tacky glue here. I also have some Nuva glue. So you can use your favorite glue of sort that have something. You can use the modeling paste, but it can go like stick out. Okay, a lady will pass on the table again. No, so. But I will glue it with the 3D matte gel. or heavy body gel. That's because right now I have the time after I say bye to you if I need to move them. They are not completely dry yet, so I can bend them, but you know, we was having the water on the back side and it had been a lot of texture here, but I was bending them a little bit. And I will add like 3D matte gel, but glue works perfectly. And when I'm gluing, you see, I will stand up because I want to see exactly how I put my tiles, so I'll see them. And a great tip when you glue tiles, if like have like a piece of cardboard to add in the middle like that, if you want to have the same space. That's the first row. So I'm adding like that and not see nothing outside. And if it come outside when everything is dry, I can paint it, go over and paint. I say this is the most trickiest one. Everything else is so easy, but the gluing, the last one. And I get answers. I remember last time, if you can put something heavy on it, like a book or something, so it will hold and stay. And I said, no, because I have made that before when I was gluing and put something heavy on, and the tiles have been moving around by itself. And when everything was dry, some tiles was really moving around on a not nice way. So it's so easy that it's go. So I say, no, we'll heat it and push and be careful, and you can try out to not have too much like that. And I don't mind if I come outside because I can go over with the black gesso again. Yes, like that. And I think this is great, but if you prefer glue, because some people glue or even glue gun, I know some of you have really nice glue guns. Goes also on this because it's not heavy like embellishments in metal or something like that. So you can use, but I really prefer glue or medium. Heavy body gel or 3D gel. And there are like 3D matte gel or gloss gel. And yeah, use what you have. Perhaps you have like some kind of gel. Okay, I think that's look pretty okay. Yeah, I get these inside and not close to that edge because open. I think it's more okay to have more outside. Could have it more on the spine edge. Now we have the spine left, but I like to know when I have glued this where you are, if you have made the spine or if you are finished your project. We will see. And I will move it a bit, little bit, make it more. Okay, like that. So, and on the top of this, of course, you can add some embellishment if you want to do it like a sentiment or something. Perhaps you have like word stickers, or you have like a metal embellishment with some kind of sentiments. It's totally okay. I think that could be pretty cool. I think so. Okay. Like that. I should go more down. I see. Like that. Okay. I can take like a clean brush. I will see if I have a smaller brush here. A clean brush to pull off the glue or medium. Like that. And I will not put nothing heavy on. Instead, I will help them, hold them, and have the control the closest minutes so they're not moving around. Like that. Yes. And it's not black inside, it's a little bit gluey, but that when everything is dry, I will fix it with the black paint. That's not the problem. And now to make everything goes together, I will add some wax. So I take my ring finger and I'm going on the edges of the album. So even on the album and a little bit on the tiles, because I want to make it gold. Like that. Oh, I love that. So more on the edges like that, more heavy-handed and more light. And if you want, because it can be difficult, I can go a little bit with the brush to come more close the tiles. And if you want, here in the middle, it's totally okay to add a little bit also. It's matter of choice. Yes, we do it more gold. Like that. I'm going for the gold. Like that. And because I have already, I will show you on this. I will go down with the black a little bit on this album. I will let that aside a little bit. I see I made the side pages black. So here I will make my pages. So when you have something, that's a tip of to you, make them gold with the, if you will paint them, you can even make that on the craft to make them more goldish. But you can see, then you make them gold pages. And it doesn't need to be like perfectly, can be like that kind of randomly. But that makes them go together. And you can do it on the craft also. I will fix that because I think I got too much. So what would I do? Because I was getting crazy. And I will go over with the black little bit like that. So
love it. Like those fancy books with gold pages. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
So it makes like a vintage feeling to the project, and like little bit like Oriental because everything in the Orient, and when you go, they are so goldish. But now I'm dirtying up the wax and making it more black when it was drying up a little bit. Like that. Okay, I have company. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. So I think I'm really happy. Yes, it's a favorite for like color. I don't know how everybody is going on, but if I can paint this, but I'm doing exactly same I did before and will gluing it, but my album is pretty ready. So I don't know if people are ready or we need to do the spine even because we have time, or if somebody want to chat or are ready to show the project. I don't know how we are going on.
Everybody's too busy playing, Katja.
Oh, they are. That's nice. So I'm doing the spine. I'm doing.
Since I had already done some of my previous tiles, I'm catching up on some tiles to put inside my book.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. That's nice.
So yeah, I'm making quite a few extras. So yeah, I'm behind.
Okay. But that's nice because now I have a pretty lot of tiles, and because of the album, it's so great because there are place to add like tiles inside the album also. So it's perfect to use your tryouts.
Well, I figured that you gave us a lot of cool ideas the first time that I wanted to listen to you the second time. And I figured I could just make more tiles to put inside the book.
That's perfect. That's just great.
So I'm getting ready to add my black and white, well, white first, but I'm getting ready to add my white. So yes, moving right along.
Yeah, that's really great. And that's when you have the extras. The album, it's so great. There are places to make even some pages some extra dimensional, so it's perfect to use what you have now. You have a lot of paint, wax.
I figure the first page on the inside and the back page on the inside are good ones to do the extra dimensional.
Yes, exactly. Here we have, you can do more dimensional on the first and the last one. I also noticed that. So here it can be like really great page with even tiles with the layers, perhaps could be great.
And I did do 4 of my tiles this time with extra layers. So I'm interested to see how they turn out when I'm totally done.
That sounds really exciting to see.
Hey, Tommy, you had your hand raised. Did you have a question, or was that from earlier that I just saw now? I feel like we're on Jeopardy and I should be singing da na 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 na.
I'm making my spine, and if people are ready, or I'm doing this so you can see, and this, I have some control over it and can press my tiles now and then because it's taking time to dry, but I'm not leaving it really yet out of my sight. So I'm doing the same process here. Oh, white in the middle.
No worries, Hitomi, not a problem. She said, oops, that she raised her hand by accident.
Like that. We have light in the middle. And drying up. And now I'm a little bit more careful with the gold. I want it to be like more light here. A little bit. Yes. Now I'm ready to pull it off. So remember to use all your packaging to paint on them and to even have like the foam tape to help your painting. And I will add the black.
I absolutely loved your foam tape idea, Katja. Me and the other volunteers were so excited to learn that.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yes.
And here is to show you that you can see me, I'm having projects. I'm painting these pebbles. I'm doing the same.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So it have been painted. And I know where I have it. So I'm having these. And still I can use them before I threw them away. So I have these here, painted them and been putting some wax on them, and I can have this for my next project because they were like, you see, I made a bunch of them, and I had some, the big ones were leftovers, but I can use them on next project, and it's so easy to paint.
Yes.
When I can do it on the foam tape.
And Hitomi says, yes, it's so smart to keep them in order too.
Yeah,
yes.
It's perfect to have them in one place, and you can leave them there while you're painting, and it's easy to set them aside, and you don't mess your table when you're painting them. You get paint on the packaging and then you throw it away. So it's perfect. So don't throw any packaging away before it's used on some way. Right. So we can, because these products, they have so much packaging on them.
Yes. So, I'm a very messy crafter too. So that just helps a lot to be able to pick it up and move it.
Yes, exactly.
Hitomi says it's a great use of packaging. Now she has to keep everything.
Yeah, we need to keep everything. I said sometimes I get some from my friends, and they said about what they do, and said, oh, I must keep that also in the packaging or something from the kitchen to use or something, because we can use almost everything for a second use before we throw it away.
Yes, correct.
Okay. And some wax on this, and we will glue it. Like that. And my circles coming, showing here pattern when we're adding the wax, and that's what I'm loving. Yes. Like that. And it will come like here, and I will glue it too with the 3D matte gel. But I will glue it afterwards because I want to glue it and hold it in place like that. So I will not glue it right now. I will keep it like that so long because I want to be sure that this will stay and they will not move around. So now I'm ready. And I wonder how people is going on, if people are ready or if there are any questions, or have I gone too fast? I don't know.
How's everybody doing? Is anybody
Yeah.
ready to show off their project, what they've done so far?
Yeah, or we need more time, or they want to ask something about painting or drying or whatever. I have a lot of tiles here.
Is
And I
is Finnabars the first design team that you've been on, or have you been on others?
Oh, I have been on a lot of different. I was in her mixed media place for 2 years first,
Okay.
before in her design team. And I have been in a lot of design teams here in Sweden. And like in the challenge craft teams, like I have been in also in like AB Studio, Snip Art, craft, many different design teams and challenge design teams, and also in Swedish design teams. I really like to work in design teams because then I'm doing crafty projects.
I don't blame you. I don't.
No, I like that because always it's a challenge, because if you craft for have special papers or special chipboards or something, it's like channels, because sometimes you have like products that you perhaps should not use if you have bought them by yourself. And I
Right.
love that. I really like that a lot, to use products that somebody have choose for me. Because I think I grow as a crafter to trying out new products. And
Right.
I also grow as a crafter to challenge myself.
It's very smart.
Yeah. And I'm working best under deadlines.
I understand that one.
Yeah, because if I have too lot of time, I
Mhm.
don't get anything done. And if I had a deadline, I do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Need a little bit of pressure on you.
Yeah, I like that. I work best under pressure.
We procrastinate when we have time, don't we?
Yeah. No, you get so much time, so you get like a little bit
Lazy.
relaxing and comfortable and thinking, oh, I have so much time. So I like to have a busy schedule.
Hitomi says that she can relate to that.
Yeah. I
I-
really enjoy to have a busy schedule. That's I get the best ideas when I'm busy and crafting. Because I think also that if you have a lot of time, you overthink.
Yes, I am horrible at overthinking.
Yeah. And I think you should just go with the flow and just play and don't think too much. If you have like one day doing a project and you have the whole day, you get like, wow, how should I do? And you think and you're looking for all your products and think, why not use what you have on your table and do what comes in your mind.
Yes. I
Yes.
agree.
My best, my funniest, or my what I do like most, they are made under pressure. So that's interesting. I think that I work best under pressure.
So do you have a favorite color? I know you were saying that you really like this, the impasto paint color, the jade.
Yeah, I really like, I have like favorite colors when I craft. I have like the teal turquoise color, but my base color is like brown, like
Okay.
the burnt sienna.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, it's the favorite color. And I also very in love with Prussian blue.
Oh, that is an absolute gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So I go with the brown, Prussian blue, and like ochre or something yellow color. So I'm going much for the vintage colors, but with the teal and blue shades. That's my favorites.
Did you see the most recent projects that Anna did in her class with the okra in it?
Yeah, I have seen.
Amazing.
Yes.
That color looks, oh, fabulous.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, I wonder how we are going. Should if somebody want to
Melissa
show.
said she needed a few more minutes a little bit ago. Does anybody else want to come on camera? Just raise your hand. I just noticed that Debbie is here. And then of course, Lisa and Tracy's been talking. Ellen, am I pronouncing that correctly? How are you guys doing? Do you want to come on camera? We can just keep chit-chatting, but we can go ahead
We
and
can chit chat, that's not a problem. But if anyone, if you start to go ready, it's good to write. If you are not ready and need some more times to finish,
does
let
anybody
me
have
know
questions?
if you need some more time to finish your project, or if we're finished. Perhaps you don't want to show your, I know that if perhaps you haven't combed your hair, or you're sitting in your nightgown or something, perhaps you don't want to show yourself. I know that, because when I'm doing some crafting, sometimes I'm sitting in my pajama, perhaps.
Right? I think everybody can relate to that, definitely.
Yeah.
I know today it was misty outside. I left my house about 6 o'clock this morning to get down to San Diego to be able to be on in time. And my hair just decided to frizz up like crazy in the humidity. So I have little curls everywhere. So when I got here, it was.
Yeah, I know sometimes I have been sitting like in Zoom classes and said, oh, I don't want to show myself because I'm not having a bra on my on me. So perhaps we're sitting in the pajama, or not comb your hair, or if you're like a makeup person, you don't have that. And that's totally okay. I think that's the joy by sitting home. Yeah, we are become used to the pandemic look. Yes, we are people sitting working in the pajamas. And I think my kitten have behaved really well, because now she have leave my craft room, but she was really nice. Yeah, we have some people now. Let me know when I will turn my camera, if people want to start to show. I don't know, I will clean my hands, but I will show you my, where is my, from before, you can see. They are same but different, like that.
So do you have another project that you're currently working on?
Now, no, I don't have right now a project. I will start a new one tomorrow. I have like a video that's need to be done. That's for tomorrow. It was so nice weather today, so I needed to be outside. This was the first day that we have like really nice sunny weather, really spring weather, and I have missed the more warm weather. So I was really enjoying being outside today in the garden.
What time is it for you right now?
Right now it's 9 p.m.
Oh,
in the
good.
evening. Yes. So
Melissa's ready. Let's see. Give me 1 second, Melissa.
yeah, I can switch because I can show my face, switch the camera, or if I would, someone want to see the album still like that.
Okay, Melissa, you can turn your camera on. Why can I not? Color review.
So
Are you there, Melissa? Melissa, are you there? She said, sorry, her audio went away. Uh-oh.
okay.
Do you want to show your project at least so that we can see it? Or did your whole camera and everything go away? Here's the answer to that.
Come.
Oh, let's see your kitty.
Yeah, she's playing. I can show. Hey, hey, hey.
Okay, can you hear me?
We can hear you, Melissa. Oh my gosh, look at your cat. How
Aw,
She's 4 months today. She's
gorgeous.
very playful.
Yes, we can hear you, Melissa.
okay. Is it okay if I start my video then?
Of course. Go for it. Oh, there we are.
Okay.
Add a spotlight. There we go.
Let me see. It's not glued on yet. Let me see if I can take this
Nice to
off.
see you,
Oh,
Melissa.
no.
Oops. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Thank you for a great class.
Ah, that's nice.
Oh, how pretty.
Yeah. You
There.
matched the colors today on your clothes.
Oh, that was unintentional.
Ah, that's really beautiful.
Oh, they keep falling.
Yeah, but I see that's great. And I see some gears. And I love that you have used gears.
Yeah.
Really, really great.
Well,
Looking
thank
really
you.
great. Yes, I love it. Very beautiful.
Uh-oh.
My cat, she want to be where I am. That's really cute. She's so like playful also, so it's a little bit, but she want to be here in my craft room when I'm here. And when I haven't been here for a couple of days, she looking at the door and like, wow, I want to go there. Yeah, she's fluffy. I think we have lost someone. I don't know what's happened. I think we have lost Jamie. So I think he
Well,
told me,
wouldn't that just be horrible? Lose our moderator.
yes.
Okay,
No, she's back.
sorry, the internet got disconnected.
Yeah,
Whew, that was very strange. Okay.
that can have happened, absolutely.
Okay, let's
But it's also always scary. Here you can see,
okay.
I made it up. You can see how golden it is.
That looks absolutely amazing.
So you can see it. And the other one is that I made last time. It's not as so gold. So you can see
Yeah.
more gold this time, a little bit more dark. And I think that's perfect, that it's more darker, the color, and more golden and more light last time.
Melissa
Oh.
says she loves the extra gold.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Okay, let's see. So Debbie, you can turn on your camera. There
Hi,
you go. Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Hello,
I
hello.
just rolled out of bed this morning, so please excuse that. That happens a lot these days for me. So I really, really enjoyed the class, but my problem was I was really struggling with doing an album. So this is what I did on a canvas. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, but that's great. It
Yeah.
look like it's Egyptian or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's really, really nice, really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I think I need to put something around the edges. Do you have any recommendations for that?
Yeah, I think you should put like what you have on the tiles. I think you have something bronze, what you have,
Yeah.
or it's aged brass.
It was I forget. It's a paint, and then
Yeah.
I did the pearl wax, and then I went back and I did black, and then I went back again and picked up some of the blue after
Yeah. But I put the wax on the edges. Start like light-handed. Perhaps you need something more. But I think that looks like it's more Egyptian tiles or something.
Okay, well, I really loved how you taught us how to do the textures on the blocks before we put the embellishments on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's great. So it's a great way to use, you don't need to do like an album, like a canvas, but you can do tiles on a tag or something like that.
yeah.
That's a great way to create your own texture. And I think put buttons or like leftover embellishments, it's also perfect.
Okay, so do
Yeah.
you think I should incorporate that onto the canvas?
No, I
No?
think you could keep it like that. Put like
Okay.
the wax, the bronze color, what you have on the edges to make
Okay.
it go together, like framing it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it needed that too, but I just didn't get to it.
Yeah, and like add it with a sponge. I think you could put like on the edges,
Okay,
put on the edges the color and go with the sponge so you have the soft framing.
okay,
I think that could be a tryout.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I totally enjoyed your class. You're a great teacher. You're easy to follow, and
Thank you.
I just really enjoyed it a lot. So,
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you
for
very much.
joining. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
all right, bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Debbie.
Bye.
There we go. So, is there anybody else? Let's see. Lisa says, thank you, Katja, for a great class. I enjoyed it. I'm glad that you really enjoyed it, Lisa.
Yes, thank you so much that people join. And if you get inspired, please show me on social media.
Yes.
Tag me. I have like my MezzaNotte skapar. I have Instagram. So it's perfect. Show me if you do some more inspired from this project. It would be so fun to see. That's great.
This was mine from last time. I'm a very purple person. So, but I
Yeah,
think I'm going to go back in with the bronze. I really like the way that you made that look.
yeah,
So,
that's really great work. I think it's great that you made it so personal.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, Melissa says, thank you for this wonderful class. I have learned quite a bit. I'm so glad to hear that, Melissa.
Yeah.
I hope everybody had a great one. Is there anybody else that has any questions? Anyone? I didn't get a screenshot while she was working, but we did get one. She took one before class. Thank you for the reminder, Tommy. I forgot to get one while she was working. That's okay.
Yeah, it's not a problem, but they can do like the last time. They can add their photos of in the group.
Yes. Elena will be adding a post in the Prima Art Venture group. So please take a picture of what you did, even if it's like Debbie, if you did a canvas. Just please take a picture and post it there so we can see all the different variations of everybody's work. I can't wait to see it. And Melissa, when you have everything glued down, it would be great to see it.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Oh
and
my
I
God.
understand that the gluing thing, you perhaps need to take it slowly, because I think that the gluing is the most like crucial part of the process. Everything you can paint it, but when you're gluing, you want to be like they come on the right place.
Right. Let's see, Debbie, how do I post computer illiterate? Did you go ahead and post in the Prima Art Venture group previously? You take a picture of your work and then post it? Okay. Well, if you message me or email me at charitywingsoffice@gmail.com, I will go ahead and help you out with that, okay? Is there any other questions or concerns? Otherwise, we are going to go ahead and let Katja go. You're very welcome, Debbie. We'll get it taken care of. We're going to go ahead and let her go. Thank you so much for everything. It was an amazing class, as always.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you.
I love your craft room. I'm just floored by how amazing it looks. I just want to be there and be able to grab all that stuff behind you.
It's messy. I didn't have the time to clean, but
okay. It's not a problem.
I know where my products are, and that's the most important.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's my problem right now, is I can't find anything. So I'm working on it, but it looks so pretty back there. I just want to go and grab everything.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for having me here, and thank you for everyone who was joining. I have a great fun, and looking forward to see the pieces what people have done. I really love when people do the personal touch on the products on the class. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Katja, for, like I said, just another amazing class, and everybody have a great day and have a good evening and get some good sleep.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.